Now, you guys know I believe in having an illumination that's not tied to your cell phone.
I'll never find that pen. Seriously, don't be this guy.
And there are tons of great flashlights out there. But the one that I've actually bought 3 times, I bought one, loved it so much, and then I lost it. Bought the second one, then realized I needed to gift something to someone, so I gifted them that light. This is my 3rd one now in about a year, but I bought it 3 times, and that's because it's that good. And it is the NITECORE, and I want to make sure because there's several models, the MT1A Pro.
But this is not what introduced me to the MT series. Originally, I started out with the MT2A Pro, which is larger, has more runtime, and more power. So you would think that bigger is better, right? Wrong. And I'm going to share with you why the more compact, less powerful version is my one and done, set, forget, most recommended, most carried EDC flashlight. But you may say, Aaron, I've been watching your channel lately and you've been recommending some other really well-designed compact flashlights like the Archer Mini from ThruNITE or the Coast KL35R. Absolutely, and those are good lights in their own right. But as we're about to discover with this NITECORE MT1A Pro, details are what matter and what makes this win a place in my pocket time after time. If you're new to the channel, welcome to another episode here at Gideonstactical. Let's dive in and have some fun. Now, the reason that the MT series first stood out to me is the simplicity of operation. These come with just one switch, a tail switch that's excellent, really snappy, clicks in, it's strong, reliable. It has some metal lips around it to protect it from accidentally getting actuated as easily in your pocket. But this also allows you to tether lanyards to it if you wanted to have a lanyard on it. And it also allows you to tail stand the lights. Now, along with that, there's only 3 modes of operation for either light. You just click it on, push it once, it remembers whatever the last setting that you were on, and it will go back to that. So if you had it on high and you turned it off, you hit it again, it's gonna go back to high. You had it on low, you hit it back on, it's gonna go back to low. And then all you have to do is half tap to cycle through the 3 settings. High, medium, low. High, medium, low. And then you just hold down, hard click, and it turns off. That's it. That's literally as simple as it can be. Many lights these days are extremely complicated. It's fun, it's cool, but in actual practice, it gets kind of annoying to try and remember the different settings and the different features depending on the light. This is about as straightforward as you can get. Okay, but simple operation with just a few modes isn't revolutionary or mind-blowing by any stretch of the imagination. The second reason is that it has replaceable, removable bi-fuel power sources, regardless of which light you were to choose. The MT1 stands for 1 battery. It comes with a rechargeable with a USB-C plug battery. When you plug it in and it's low, it's red, green, has a little light on there when it means it's charged and ready to be used again. The MT2 stands for 2, and I'll get to that in just a second with the bi-fuel aspect. It comes with this extra long battery in there that operates the same. At any point in time, if these batteries fail, lose juice, have some sort of issue, I can just get another battery, drop it in, ready to rock and roll. Then there's the bi-fuel capability. They can run on AA batteries, one of the easiest batteries to find in the world. The MT2 runs on 2, bam, ready to rock and roll. And the MT1 runs on 1. Screw that sucker down if that is charging, you still need to use the light, you run out of juice, it's damaged, and you're waiting for the next one to come, whatever the reason. This now adds to not only the versatility of power source, the reliability of the light, and the longevity of the light. This is a key feature that a lot of lights on the market these days are not going to offer. They have integrated batteries that if they ever fail, ever wear out, or when you're having to recharge them, the light is useless, that the MT series and specifically the 1A Pro, because it just runs on 1 battery, makes it extremely versatile. Now, the next reason is illumination, especially on the more compact MT1. This light, with the battery that comes from NITECORE, is going to give you 800 lumens for a runtime of 1 hour with over 15,000 CDs or candelas throwing out to 250 meters. So when you put all of that together, it means that you're going to get good throw, a decent runtime at higher lumens and higher CDs than a lot of other lights in this size range, and as we're about to hit, price range that have a removable battery. You might be able to find a few that are around this cost, maybe a little bit more. Most of them, if they have higher lumens and CDs, make sure to check both of those, they're going to have an integrated battery 9 times out of 10, which, as we've already discussed, can be problematic depending on how you use your light and what you're wanting out of it. So for me, that's something that I'm really impressed with. And then on low, we have up to 10 hours of runtime. So to have all that packed into this little guy right here, I'm very impressed with. Now, as I stated a moment ago, the next reason, value. At the time of this video, both of these lights can be purchased for under 50 bucks, with the MT2 coming in around 45 and the MT1 around 41 last I checked. So there's only a few dollar difference between the two, but sub $50 lights with all the features we're talking about, not integral batteries. That's thoroughly impressive and allows you, like I've done especially on this one, purchase multiple lights to either build out kits so you have a reliable light for all of them, maybe family members, gift, whatever the reason. And so guys, I'm gonna have a link over to my Amazon store. It's popping up right here. It's in the description box below. If at any point in time you wanna pick up either one of these lights as we're going through, and maybe the larger one for whatever reason makes more sense, I'm about to unpack why it does not for me. That's all included below in those links over to my Amazon store through those affiliate links. You can go check those out anytime you wish. Okay, so if these have the same functionality, same designing, same setup, and they're within $5 of each other, why would I opt for the more compact, lower powered MT1 over the more powerful MT2? Well, it comes down to a few reasons. First, it comes down to the power itself. The MT2 being longer and heavier doesn't really provide that much more in actual lumens and CDs. The lumen count is 1,000 on the MT2, so 200 more, and the CDs is less than 1,000 more. Comes in at like 16.5 versus 15.7. And what I found when I run these up next to each other, I can barely tell a difference in their power output and actual use, like what it's illuminating. The throw, the size, all of that, I can't tell a difference. And you may say to yourself, okay, well, does the MT2 have more distance? 5 meters more. Instead of the 250 on the MT1, we get 255, 5 more meters. So that doesn't really do a whole lot. Well, what about runtime, right? We got a lot more battery. We got to have more runtime, right? Well, on high at that 1,000 lumens, we get an hour and a half versus the hour on the MT1. Okay, that's not unreasonable. On low, you are going to get 20 hours with the MT2 versus the 10 on the MT1. So that is definitely something that's, noticeable and something to think about. But the way I use this light, and because I can always swap out to a AA if I have to, I've never had a problem where I'm like, oh, this is dying too fast. I wish I had more battery life because of the MT2's longer, larger battery. Another thing to consider is how many AA's do you need in a pinch? If I have 2 AA's, I can only get 1 usage out of the MT2. I can get 2 full uses out of the MT1. So there's some versatility in an air quotes, end of the world survival situation, whatever you need, or you only have a certain amount of AA's floating around and you need the illumination. That makes a lot of sense to me. Now, one thing of note, when you are running AA's in these lights, the power output is going to be significantly decreased, potential runtimes, things like that. I mean, we'd be here forever if I went through every single spec. So just research that. The USB-C rechargeable batteries that come with the lights are where you're going to get these maximum outputs, runtimes, things of that nature. And then there's hands-free illumination. That's something that I really look for in my EDC flashlights. Now, thankfully, these have bi-directional pocket clips that are removable, but these easily slide in your pocket, but that allows you to then put it on the bill of a hat. So if you're wearing a baseball cap, boom, you automatically have a makeshift headlamp, which I really value. The compact MT1 fits great, doesn't weigh your bill down, no problem. The longer, larger MT2 is kind of a joke. It gets into your line of sight. It's very heavy. It's awkward. It wants to kind of fly off if you turn your head quickly because of its weight and length. It just doesn't, you can do it in a pinch, but it's not ideal and not something I would prefer to do. Now, there's one final reason that I prefer the MT1 over the MT2, but I want to give you 2 pro tips really quick that can apply to any type of flashlight, regardless if it's these or any other. First has to do with another option for hands-free illumination. It is a NITE headlamp strap. It's literally a piece of nylon with Velcro and then 2 elastic nylon like tubes basically of different sizes to fit different diameter lights. You just slide your light through there, Velcro it around your head. Then if you do not have a baseball cap, like a beanie, like I'm wearing today, bam, you're ready to rock and roll. You have hands-free illumination that way. Sometimes you can get a 2-pack for like 10 bucks. They literally take up no room in an EDC kit, even in your pocket, you know, whatever. That is a very easy way to get an even more secure or multifunctional hands-free experience with a light. Second to that, NITE's gear ties, which are just a rubberized kind of overbuilt twist tie, can easily be wrapped around any light, and then you turn it into a work light basically. It props it up into a bipod. You can angle it in different ways, attach it to even just a piece of wood, you know, a branch, I mean, you name it, and now you can have a lantern pointing in a certain area, kind of making like a work area light that is very functional. That's a little accessory that I always try to have with me as well. And leave a comment below if you guys know of other tricks and tips to give yourself more versatility out of your lights. Now, the final reason is the size. The MT1 is 1/3 less the size than the MT2, meaning that because it's more compact, I just tend to gravitate to it more. So there it is, guys. That's why the MT1A Pro is my top choice at the beginning of 2026 for an EDC light. But that's because these are the things and features that I look for and need in a light. You may look for different features, different needs altogether. So leave comments below on what your favorite EDC light is and why. And if you have other lights that you would like to see tested and hear my opinion on here at the channel, leave comments. I discover some of my favorite gear through your guys' recommendations. So appreciate you so much. Check out the other video popping up. I invite you to subscribe. And until next time, always remember to stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.